Hey everybody, Lux into Swirl here. New day, new tumbler project. I have a 20-ounce skinny straight sublimation tumbler, not a glow, just a sublimation tumbler, which means it's already a white shiny surface cup. We're gonna put a full wrap water slide on this, add a saying to it, put some resin over it. Boom. Cup is done. So let's get going. I have created a montage of this beautiful rainbow dessert art that I found on Etsy. I will link to the Etsy store below. This particular woman, I think her name is Rose, she does the most gorgeous watercolor type artwork for use in sublimation, for use in water slides. I mean, just gorgeous stuff. And I took a whole bunch of different images from this particular art collection she did, and I made them all different sizes in Cricut Design Space. I put them all together and I printed it out. Then, after I printed it out, I sealed it with 3 layers of spray. The first layer was Plastidip Glossifier. Let that dry 15-20 minutes. Then 2 layers of Rust-Oleum 2X Gloss Clear. Let those layers dry. We are good to go. So I'm going to trim the edges off everything and we're going to wrap it on a cup. Here we go. This is just room temperature tap water. That's sitting in there soaking. I will gather some paper towels and my silicone makeup applicator, which doubles in this case as a squeegee. And yeah, here we go. This takes approximately 60 seconds or so, a little under a minute, to release from the backing paper. This is my very favorite Hippo, H-I-I-P-O-O water slide decal paper. I printed it out on my Canon Pixma inkjet printer. There we go. It's starting to release from the edges now. I want it pretty much completely released from the backing paper. Okay. Well, looks pretty good. And we got our cup wet so I can move it around, because I guarantee you I won't get it placed correctly the first time. Yeah, and here we go. Put this down. Learn this trick from Ray at Ray's Turquoise Turtle. Putting the cup back down on the slimy side of the backing paper means that nothing that sits down here and touches it will stick to this and potentially tear your water slide. So we want that. We don't want to tear our water slide. So we'll do that. That way I can put it down if I need to. I am bringing it a tiny bit down at the top rim, and then I'm going to encourage the bottom rim to curve under and cut it off later if I need to. Okay, that looks pretty good. And when you got it where you want it, I made this montage myself. It's not intended to be a seamless pattern, so I knew they would overlap a little bit, but that's really not bad. So I usually hold it in place with my thumb so it doesn't move anymore, and then I start to squeegee. And once you've got it going, you don't need to keep holding it at the top. You're just gonna move all the way around the cup and use your silicone tool here to squeegee out all the water from underneath, and any wrinkles, smooth them out, any bubbles, push them out, and get the entire image lying flat on your cup. There. That looks pretty good. Okay, so now pat off the excess water very gently. Whoops. And then I'm going to use the towel to encourage the bottom edge of the water slide to sit down on the curve there. This whole thing will tighten up as it dries, and it will adhere itself much better to the cup than it is right now. And I'm just going to put it aside to dry overnight, and we will come back and put some resin on it. So stay tuned. Okay, so the cup is dried. Here's what I'm doing. I just want to seal the bottom bits, the edge around the bottom. So I'm going to use UV resin. It is not very nice day outside, very cloudy. So I'm just going to get the UV resin on there and then set this going. Hit it up a few times as it turns around, and it should be good to go for a layer of epoxy resin. So here we go. And I'll just come back and reset this for however long it takes until it's touch dry. Probably 4 or 5 times because it's got to hit all the sides as it's rotating, obviously. Hey, we're back. All right, this turned out so pretty. It is beautiful. It has a layer of protective resin on it now, and I'm thrilled. I had a lot of plans for this. I'll be honest with you. My general well-being is not feeling up to some of the ideas I had. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to put a decal on it. We're going to run it up the side across the seam, and then I'm going to ask you how you would finish it. I'll tell you a couple things I was thinking about doing. And you can let me know down in the comments section whether you would do that or something completely different, how you would finish this off. And maybe in the future, I will come back to this and do one of those suggestions. I used some brushed gold vinyl. That is the top layer, and the bottom layer is Tech Wrap Craft, one of their new chromes that has the little channels underneath it so it doesn't show flaws like some chrome vinyls do. I like how the purple matched the purple in the baked goods. So there we have it, Baking Boss. There is apparently some school of thought that thinks you should be doing this when you do a sideways or vertical saying or name or something like that, that it should go from top to bottom. I like it from bottom to top just because when somebody tips it up to drink it, then anybody looking at the cup at that moment will see the words the way they're meant to be read. But again, it's personal preference. All of my customers get the option of either direction or diagonal, or me putting it all the way around horizontally. And this, for people who want it up and down the side, this is the most common, starting at the bottom, going to the top. But some people do want it to start at the top and go to the bottom. My recommendation there would be, if you're making the cup for you, you do whatever you want. If you're making the cup for somebody else, make sure you ask them first what they would prefer. So there we have it. That is all I'm doing. I'm going to put some more resin on this. I'm absolutely going to add into it some 504. And that will be a done cup for this video. Like I said, if you want to tell me below what you would do, that would be great. And what I was thinking of doing, I'm always thinking about using stickles. I'm not really sure that would be the best thing though, but I did think about getting out my gold and chrome pens. These pens that mark on thin lines of either chrome silver or gold leaf, and outlining just some of the treats on here, just to accent them as opposed to other things, just to, you know, visually give you some more things to look at, basically. Let me know if that's something you do, if you go with the stickles idea, if you do pinstriping, if you do something else altogether. I'm curious, but here we have it. Next time you see this, it will be out in the sunshine for the finale.